Go. Go. Yeah. Get him. Get him. Orange Justice. That's right. That's right. That's... Oh my goodness, it's skills time. I'm so sorry, guys. Good day, first graders. I was just playing Fortnite. 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 2-syllable word. What do you know? Exactly what we're going to be practicing today. But first, let's sing our skill song. It's skills time. It's skills time. It's skills time. Let's go. It's skills time. It's skills time. It's skills time. Let's go. We will be doing Unit 6, Lesson 7. Unit 6, Lesson 7. For this skills lesson, you will need a reader and a Unit 6 skills book. You will need a reader, Unit 6, and a Unit 6 skills book. If you do not have these physical materials, you may ask your parents to log online so that you can access your materials. If you do not have a physical skills workbook for Unit 6 or a physical reader for Unit 6, you may log on to the CKLA Amplify website to either print or copy the materials that are online. For our warm-up today, we will spend a couple of minutes segmenting and blending 2-syllable words, like Fortnite. Now, I want you to follow me. Pay very close attention to my fingers. Watch how I segment each word, and then watch what I do with my fist as I blend the syllables together. The first word is classroom. The first word is classroom. Say classroom. Say classroom. Now watch my fingers as I segment this 2-syllable word. K-l-a-s r-u-m. Classroom. I'll do it again. Try and do it with me. K-l-a-s r-u-m. Classroom. You try it. Classroom. One more time. Classroom. Good job. Our next word is cardboard. Say cardboard. Say cardboard. Let's segment and then blend cardboard. K-r-d. P-ord. Cardboard. Your turn. Cardboard. Good job. The next word is pancake. P-a-n-k-ake. Pancake. Your turn. Pancake. Good job. Next word is backpack. The next word is backpack. Let's do it together this time. Backpack. Let's do it together again. B-ack. P-ack. Backpack. Good job, you. The next word is hometown. I want you to do this one on your own. Try it. Go. Let's try it together now. Town, hometown. If you got that, kiss your brain. Go. Ah, ah, ah. All right, friends, we are moving on to practice some grammar now. This will help us with our writing as we continue to grow as writers and readers. Now, the first step, I want you to listen to the sentences as I read them. Number 1, Kate went on a trip. She was sad at the start of the trip. Number 2, Kate met Jack in the coin shop. He was an expert on coins. Number 3, Kate had found a coin. It was made of silver. Listen to the first 2 sentences one more time. Kate went on a trip. She was sad at the start of the trip. Kate went on a trip. She was sad at the start of a trip. In many instances, we can replace a noun with another word. Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. We can replace a noun in a sentence with another word. These words are called pronouns. Say pronouns. Say pronouns. In this sentence, she is the pronoun that is taking place of the noun Kate. The word she in the second sentence is the pronoun taking place of the word Kate in the first sentence. Let's read our next 2 sentences. Kate met Jack in the coin shop. He was an expert on coins. Who is he? Who is he? If you said that he refers to Jack, then you got it right. He is the pronoun replacing the word Jack. Before we move on, somebody I know said that he was referring to Kate in the first sentence. How do we know that the pronoun he is not referring to the noun Kate? How do we know that the pronoun he is not referring to the noun Kate? You may pause the video and think before you answer. If you knew that the pronoun he was not referring to Kate because Kate is a girl and she's a she, then you were correct. The pronoun he refers to a boy or a man, or, of course, a male animal. So the pronoun he had to refer to Jack, who is a boy. Let's look at our last couple of sentences. Kate had found a coin. It was made of silver. The pronoun is it. What word is the pronoun it referring to? You may pause the video and think. If you said that the word or the pronoun it is referring to Kate, you made a mistake, but that's okay. Let's think. It, does that refer to a person, a place, or a thing? Aha. If you said it referred to the coin, you got it right. You may kiss your brain. Say, I have a challenge. You say, bring it on. I have a challenge. Bring it on. Now, I'm going to challenge you to use the pronouns that we use today to think of your own sentence. Use the pronouns that we use today to think of your own sentence. So you're going to think of 3 sentences. One that has the pronoun she, one that has the pronoun he, one that has the pronoun it. Please pause the video and think of your sentences. When you are finished, you may say your sentences out loud and unpause the video. Now that you have thought of sentences that start with those pronouns, I'm going to give you a sentence with a noun, and you have to add a second sentence that has a pronoun. One sentence, Jeff had a party. Think of a second sentence to add with the pronoun to use for Jeff. You may pause the video and think. Another sentence with a noun. Sarah had a cat. Think of a second sentence that starts with a pronoun for Sarah. You may pause the video and think of your sentence. A third sentence that starts with a noun. The table was brown. Can you think of a second sentence that uses a pronoun to replace the noun table? Now we will move on to practice identifying pronouns and the nouns that they replace. Please open up your Unit 6 Skills book to page 7.1. If you do not have your skills book, you may pause this video and copy what you see on the screen. Your job is to find the pronoun in the second sentence and draw an arrow to the noun that it replaces in the first sentence. On the line below, you will write the pronoun. Take a look at number 1. Kate is 9. She wrote a book. The pronoun is she, and the arrow is showing that it is replacing the word Kate. Please pause this video and complete all of the questions on 7.1. When you are finished, you may unpause the video to continue your lesson. On the back is going to be a little bit different. You're going to read the first sentence that has the noun in it, and then you're going to fill in the appropriate or the correct pronoun that takes the place of the noun in the first sentence. Let's take a look at the first example. Kate went on a trip. The pronoun that you will use to replace the word Kate is she. She had fun. And we know we want to replace Kate because Kate is the noun that is underlined. Please complete this side of your page as well. Now that you've finished 7.1 in your workbook, this is what you will take a picture of and upload to your Class Dojo portfolio. Now we're going to move on into today's story so we can practice all that we've learned about pronouns and nouns and see if we can find it in our reading. Today's story is about some surprise visitors that show up at Grace's family picnic. Right now, you will need your Unit 6 reader. If you do not have the reader, you may log on online to access it online at the CKLA Amplify website, or you can read along with me. First, let's take a look at the chart that we prepared. This chart goes over all of the different spellings for sounds. Let's take a look at the first column. The sound is S, but the spelling is C. The first word is Grace, then Spencer, then raced, then center. Now let's take a look at the next column. The S sound, but the CE spelling. Pause this video and then read the words in this column. After you pause it, you can press play and we'll review. Also, the words in this column, voice, and the second word is glanced. Let's move on to the third column. This word has the S sound, but the SE spelling. You may pause the video and try to read this word. If you got rinsed, that is correct. The word is rinsed. Now let's move on to the next column. The T sound, but the ED spelling. Let's sound out each word. P-I-C-T, picked. St-a-f-t, stuffed. Asked, asked. Brushed, brushed. Next one. Slipped, slipped. Now let's read the words that are in the last column. These are the two-syllable words that we started off this lesson practicing. So you can put your hand under your chin to see how many times your jaw drops to say this two-syllable word. The first one, read it with me. Pick-nick, picnic. Next, basket, basket. Next, summer, summer. As you notice, these two-syllable words do not have the dot in between the syllables anymore. So let's just try to read it one time. Next one, river. Next, chicken. Last, cupcake. Now before we start reading, I want to go over some vocabulary. These are some words that will be in the story and that are important to know the definition of. The first word is picnic. A picnic is a meal eaten outdoors. The next word is brushed. Brushed is something that moves lightly or quickly. And the last word is glanced. Glanced means to look quickly. Now, you're going to read today's story to find out who visits Grace's picnic. The story that you will be reading is The Picnic by the River. I'm going to take some time to read, and you will read along with me. Then you will take some time to read on your own. If you need to go back in the video to see the reader, you may. After we read, I will ask some comprehension questions. Read along with me as we find a picnic by the river. Please read along with me as we find The Picnic by the River. Here on the table of contents, we can see that this story is on page 8. The Picnic by the River. Last summer, the Spencers had a picnic by the river. They had a picnic basket filled with food. It was stuffed with all sorts of good things: chicken wings, ham, grapes, chips, and cupcakes. Mr. Spencer set the picnic basket down. Grace and Jill went for a swim in the river. After their swim, the children raced back to the spot where the picnic basket was. When they got there were ants marching down the side of their picnic basket. The ants were marching off with some of the food. The Spencers had set their basket down next to the center of a big anthill. "Yikes!" shouted Grace in a loud voice. "Who asked those ants to this picnic?" Miss Spencer picked up the picnic basket and brushed off the ants. Much of the food was in plastic bags, so it was safe from the ants. Grace and Jill rinsed off the grapes after they brushed off the ants. After they brushed off the rest of the ants. The Spencers sat down and ate their picnic lunch. This time they sat far from the center of the anthill. After lunch, Miss Spencer asked, "Should we pack up our stuff and get back to the farm?" "Not yet," "Not yet," said Grace, and glanced back at the anthill. She smiled and slipped some bits of cupcake and ham into her pocket. Then she ran to the anthill. She set the bits of cupcake and ham on the ground next to the anthill. "There," she said, "that will be lunch for the ants. I think ants are cool when they are not crawling in our basket." The end. Hey, first graders. For the last part of our lesson, we're going to be answering some comprehension questions about what we read. Now, first, if you got a chance to read along with me, I want you to make sure that you've read the story again on your own. If you read with me and read on your own, I want you to answer these questions. If you need to go back and read on your own, you can pause this video and unpause it after you've read the story in your reader on your own. What did Grace discover when she returned from swimming? You can pause the video and answer. If you said that she discovered ants, you were correct. Ding, ding, ding. Question number 2. Where had the Spencers set down their picnic basket? Where had the Spencers set down their picnic basket? You may pause the video and think of your answer. If you said that they placed their picnic basket right next to the center of the anthill, you are correct. Ding, ding, ding. The next 2 questions are inferential and evaluative. This means that you will need to use clues from the book and your own thinking to answer these. Get ready for the first question. Why did Grace set bits of cupcakes and ham on the ground next to an anthill? You may pause the video and think of your answer. You may press play when you have it. If you said that Grace may have felt bad for the ants and wanted to give them a little bit of lunch, then you are correct. Because Grace was able to set down some crumbs and some cupcakes for the ants, what does that tell you about her personality? How would you describe her? What character traits would you use? You may pause the video and think. If you said that she was caring, or that she was kind, or maybe even generous, then you were correct. Ding, ding, ding. Excellent job today, first graders. You did some hard work and your brains got a lot bigger. You started off by segmenting and then blending 2-syllable words. 2 claps in the first grade. First grade. Then you moved on to sentences, found the noun and the pronoun that replaced that noun. Whoa. We focused on he, she, and it. 2 claps in the first grade. First grade. And of course, finally, you were able to answer comprehension questions about the story that we read together. That is so important to understand what you're reading. You deserve a McDonald's chip for that. Let's get it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Chicken nuggets.